Ladies and gentlemen, when a star becomes a recognized performer, not say a superstar, but someone who can be put in a movie or promoted or whatever, different methods are done. Sometimes through a studio, sometimes through a music company. Look how they threw Britney Spears down her throat the late 90s, the boy bands and stuff. But this actress had talent, but the problem is, there was so much patronage involving the early part of her career after she appeared in, of course, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. No one took him seriously, even though she was a good talent, good actress, could sing a little bit and could act a little bit on stage and in movies. But again, everybody considered her the worst star of her generation, which I don't. I think she's been blacklisted for the reason why people like a cheap hit, and this is what she is. So today we're going to be very positive with this, and I think she has talent. Pia Zadora. Now, Pia Zadora, born Pia Alfreda Scipiani, May 4, 54, is an American actress and singer. After working as a child actress on Broadway, in regional theater, in the film Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, she came to national attention in 1981 when, following her starring role in the highly criticized Butterfly with Orson Welles and Stacy Keach, she won the Golden Globe Award as New Star of the Year, while simultaneously winning the Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Actress and Worst New Star for the same performance, mainly because her paramour, 30-year older Mishlam Riglis, a multimillionaire from Israel, bankrolled that movie and, of course, allegedly, The Lonely Lady shortly after. Now, when in the 1980s Zadora's film career failed to achieve critical success, she switched her focus to music. As a singer, Zadora has released several albums featuring popular standards, often backed by a symphonic orchestra. She was nominated for a Grammy in 1984 and also had numerous charting singles, mostly in the country charts, through the years. Now, born in Hoboken, her father, Alphonse Scipiani, was an Italian-American violinist, and her mother, Satanina Scipiani, Nia Zadorowski, was a Polish-American theatrical wardrobe supervisor for Broadway productions, the Met Opera, and the New York City Opera. She adapted part of her mother's maiden name as a stage name, and she appeared as a child actress with Tallulah Bankhead in Midge Purvis. She also played the youngest sister, Bielke, in the Broadway production of Fiddler on a Roof, where she had high acclaim. Now, her first role was Girmar, a young Martian girl in the cult classic Santa Claus Conquers the Martians in 1964. This is widely regarded as one of the worst films ever made, but then it's a piece of cheese. Now, her acting career made little headway until, while touring with a musical production in 1972, she met Rickless, who was 30 years her senior. And of course, the meeting is made in Cheese Heaven. The couple married on September 1877. Not long after her marriage, she had a breakthrough as the Dubonnet Girl, appearing in print and television commercials for the aperitif wine, in whose American distributor Rickless was a shareholder. She eventually starred alongside Stacy Keach and Orson Welles in the 1982 film of James M. Cain's novel Butterfly, the plot for which involved father-daughter incest. The musical score featured Zadora singing It's Wrong for Me to Love You. She won that year's Golden Globe Award as Best New Star, amid charges that Rickless had purchased the award with a promotional campaign that included Zadora's image presented prominently on Sunset Boulevard billboards, an appearance in Playboy magazine, and entertaining Golden Globe voters at her Vegas show. Now, for about a year, I think that the Globes were being considered either to be disbanded or not showing up on TV live. Although Dick Clark was involved with the rights, it was getting to be more of a syndicated tape show from the night before. Now, most critics, again, responded negatively to Zadora's performance, and the New York Times film critic Vincent Canby described Zadora's performance in the film as spectacularly inept, and she received the 82 Razzie Awards for both Worst New Star and Worst Actress. She next starred in the 82 film Fake Out, also called Nevada Heat, a woman in prison B-movie comedy co-starring Telly Savalas and Desi Arnaz Jr. Now, this was very popular at the time because the women in prison, Linda Blair, and all movies, that was a trend at the time, I kid you not. In 1983, she appeared in the film adaptation of the Harold Robbins novel The Lonely Lady, portraying an aspiring screenwriter who achieved success after surviving sexual assault. For this performance, she received the 83 Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Actress. On the basis of being multiply recognized by the Golden Raspberry Awards, Zadora was named Worst New Star of the Decade, 80-89, and nominated as Worst Actress of the 1980s. In 1985, she starred as an object of an extraterrestrial's affections in the musical comedy Voyage of the Rock Aliens. In addition to displaying her comedic side, the film showcased her musical talents and featured half her songs from her 1984 album, Let's Dance Tonight. In 1988, she appeared as a beatnik in John Waters' film Hairspray, about which the film critic Roger Ebert wrote, "If nothing else is worth the price of admission to this movie, perhaps you will be persuaded by the prospect of Zadora reading from Allen Ginsberg's Howl." In 2000, she was nominated at the 20th Golden Raspberry Awards as Worst Actress of the Century, losing to, of all people, Madonna. You see this parallel here? She could have been Madonna, but Madonna came first. It's a fine line between Madonna and Pia Zadora. I'll tell you why. Now, although as an actress, Zadora's performances have generated critical hostility, she has attained greater critical success as a singer. Zadora's cover of the Shirley Ellis hit The Clapping Song, recorded for the film score The Lonely Lady in 1983, reached the U.S. Top 40, her only Top 40 hit on the Billboard Hot 100. And in 1984, she had a hit duet with Jermaine Jackson, titled When the Rain Begins to Fall, from the movie Voyage of the Rock Aliens, which went #1 in a myriad of countries. In 1985, she received a nomination for a Grammy Award for Best Female Rock Vocal Performance for the song Rockin' Out, losing to Tina Turner's Better Be Good to Me. Also in 1985, Zadora released Pia and Phil, an album of standards with the London Philharmonic Orchestra, and recorded a follow-up album in 1986 titled I Am What I Am. In 1988, Zadora worked with producers Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis of Janet Jackson fame on an album titled When the Lights Go Out. The album was released only in Europe, and the single Dance Out of My Head did not chart despite the top producers and club remixes by Shep Pettibone and Ben Libra. In 1989, Zadora recorded the album Pia Z with producer Narada Michael Walden. The album also failed to chart. The single Heartbreak of Love included club remixes by Robert Savilis and David Cole of C&C Music Factory, and then Pia Today in 1988 and Only for Romantics 91 were two additional album CDs of standards which received only limited promotional release. Pia, the Platinum Collection, a 3-CD compilation, was released in 1993 and is sold in the States via infomercials. The album included repackaged versions of Pia and Phil, I Am What I Am, and Pia Today. Now, she returned somewhat in 1994 when she had a very important cameo appearance in the comedy Naked Gun 33 3rd, The Final Insult. In her segment of the film, Zadora performed the Steve Allen penned This Could Be the Start of Something Big during a parody of an Academy Awards musical number. And, she lost her wig over it, so she had a good sense of humor. Now, according to her website, in 2020, Zadora released a new album featuring American standards entitled All or Nothing at All. Now, in 2011, she began a small attempt at a comeback with a cabaret show titled Pia Zadora Back Again and Standing Tall. In February, she performed at the EIC Campus Theater in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, and the Kea Auditorium in Boca Raton. She took the show to the Raz Room in San Francisco on June 8, where it ran for 5 performances until June 12. She also appeared at the San Francisco Raz Room's 3rd annual Raziversary Gala Celebration and Benefit for St. Jude's on March 17, 2011, and at the Nevada Children's Center Great Gatsby Gala on April 3, 2011. So, very involved in charities. Now, in 2012, Zadora performed with the Desert Symphony Orchestra at the McCallum Theater in Palm Desert, California, and appeared on the TV show Celebrity Ghost Stories. Now, since 2013, Zadora has hosted and performed Pia's Place at a Las Vegas restaurant, Pieto's Italian Cuisine. Now, when she married businessman Rickless in 1977, when she was 23, he was 54. She was then a marquee headliner at the Riviera Hotel in L.A., Las Vegas during the early 70s, owing to her association with Rickless and Sinatra. Now, Zadora and Rickless bought the Beverly Hills mansion, Pickfair Manor, in January 1988 from L.A. Lakers owner Jerry Buss for almost $7 million. They demolished most of the structure while keeping the guest houses, claiming that termites and time had made repairs difficult. The mansion, which drew its name of Pickfair for having once been a shared home of Douglas Fairbanks Sr. and Mary Pickford, was torn down and a new 25,000 square foot mansion was built there. She later claimed on a September 12 episode of Bio Celebrity Guest Stories that Pickfair was raised owing to a troubling apparition that appeared to her and her children while her husband was away on business. Rickless commissioned a nude oil portrait of Zadora, which also greeted visitors. Now, with first husband Rickless, she had children Katie, born 85, and Christopher Barzy, born 87. Katie was named after Zadora's film character Butterfly, which later inspired the call letters for station KDY in Oxnard, California, after Rickless acquired it in 88. After he divested himself of the ownership, it changed to call letters KBEH. Now, Zadora and Rickless divorced in 93, and she remained in the mansion until late 2005 or early 2006, when it was sold to Korean businessman Corey Hong for $17.65 million US. Now, Zadora's second husband was writer-director Jonathan Colfer. They were married from August 95 to November 2001 and had one child, Jordan Maxwell. In 2010, a defamation lawsuit brought by Colfer against Zadora, which alleged that Zadora falsely accused Colfer of sexually molesting her son, was dismissed because the presiding judge found Zadora's comments to be protected speech. Now, she has been married to Michael Jeffries, a detective with the LA Metro Police Department, since 2005 and currently resides in Summerlin, Nevada. Zadora and Jeffries made after Zadora contacted the Las Vegas police to report a stalking incident. Now, in June 2013, following an altercation with her teenage son Jordan, Zadora was charged with domestic violence, battery, and coercion, and jailed after a SWAT team surrounded her home. Zadora, who admitted to drinking alcohol before the incident and confirmed the cause of the altercation, was later ordered by the presiding judge to stay out of trouble for a year, attend impulse control counseling, and follow recommendations of an alcohol evaluation. Now, in September 2014, she was hospitalized in the intensive care unit of the University Medical Center of Southern Nevada due to head and leg injuries sustained in a golf cart accident. By December, she was back to work. Now, just a reminder, on film, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, Butterfly, Fake Out, The Lonely Lady, Voyage of the Rock Aliens, Feel the Emotion, a West German movie, Hairspray, Troop Beverly Hills, and Naked Gun 33 and a Third, A Final Insult, 83 TV movie Pajama Tops, 1990, which played Little Miss Muffet and Mother Goose Rock and Rhyme, 95 Favorite Deadly Sins, and then Frasier in 99. Now, theater, The Garden of Sweets, Midge Purvis, A Gift of Time, We Take the Town, Fiddler on the Roof, Henry Sweet Henry, Dames at Sea, Little Mary Sunshine, Applause, Promises, Promises, Damn Yankees, Funny Girl, Crazy for You, and Pippin. Albums, Pia, Let's Dance Tonight, Pia in Film, I Am What I Am, When the Lights Go Out, Pia Z, Pia Today, Only for Romantics, the Platinum Collection, or All or Nothing at All, the most recent one. Singles, of course, Come Share My Love, Bedtime Stories, Tell Him and I Know a Good Thing When I Feel It, and Baby's You hit the top 80 on the U.S. charts in country. 82, I'm in Love Again, top 50. The Clapping Song, 83, top 40. When the Rain Begins, went number 1 in Germany and Netherlands, top 55 in the States. Follow My Heartbeat, Let's Dance Tonight, Little Bit of Heaven, Rock It Out, Come Rain, Come Shine, I Am When I Am, Dance Out of My Head, Heartbeat of Love, and If You Were Mine. Golden Globe Awards, New Star of the Year, Butterfly in 81. Golden Raspberry Awards, won Worst New Star in 83, Worst Actress in 84, Worst New Star of the Decade in 1990, Worst Actress of the Decade, and Worst Actress of the Century. Now, Golden Apple won the Sour Apple in 82, Grammy Awards nominated for Best Rock Vocal Performance, 85, and won Young Star of the Year in 82. Now, the cult TV series Mystery Science Theater 3000 had riffed her debut film Santa Claus Conquered the Martians as a third season episode, and of course her appearance on the aforementioned Hairspray was a reference on an earlier episode of the Mystery Science Theater 3000, this time First Spaceship on Venus. So again, like I said, she has had a decent career, obviously a little bit of drama, but you got to understand, when you're dealing with Hollywood and Las Vegas, you're bound to have something going on. And if she didn't have talent, she wouldn't have lasted as long as she has. That's a 50-year plus career, ladies and gentlemen, and I can't fault that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what we're doing with our vintage podcast on actresses like Pia Zadora, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, share, or super chat. And don't forget, if you can find Butterfly or Lonely Lady on DVD or VHS, might as well watch it as part of 80s culture. You can't talk about the 80s without talking about Pia Zadora. Thanks for listening. Bye.